Now on WRDE Coast TV.
Margaritaville developers want air rights for an alley. Tonight, people give their opinions if they want the project.
Preparing for burnouts and drag races, what you need to know about the rules in Ocean City ahead of a potential pop-up car rally.
It was a dreary and gray and rainy kind of a situation for Monday morning, but we're turning over a new leaf for Tuesday. Your cheerful-looking forecast is on the way.
A developer is thinking about putting close to 100 apartments in Milton. Neighbors mixed reactions.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
The town of Ocean City opened to public comment tonight on a proposed Margaritaville project. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with people sharing their thoughts on a massive development in Ocean City.
It's not the right of way, but the right to air we are talking about, specifically air rights in Ocean City. A Margaritaville resort that has been years in the making needs air rights to become a reality. Coast TV News reporter Carmen Holland is live in OC. Carmen, if the resort gets the air rights, a 230-room hotel would be built.
Maddie, if approved, the Margaritaville Resort could be built right here between 13th and 14th Street with restaurants and more, but it's causing mixed feelings. This is an alley on Washington Lane between 13th and 14th Streets in Ocean City. And this is the project that needs its air rights, the proposed Margaritaville Beach Resort.
What they want to do is build over top of the alley. So the alley would, in this case, the alley would remain open for public traffic, but there would be a structure that would span the alley.
A public hearing will be happening tonight at City Hall. This hearing is solely for the developers to make their case and the public to give their opinions on whether they support the project or not. The town of Ocean City tells me if the Margaritaville project gets the air rights, they're going to widen this street and add a bike lane right about here. Now, some people think this is a great idea, but other people aren't so convinced.
Complete opposition to it because it's completely out of sync with the rest of the community.
But Shaquan Williams likes the idea. The town says that there is precedent to grant the air rights. They've done it for other hotels like the Majestic. And some, like Shaquan Williams, says the expanding of the alley is worth the hassle.
Give everybody a little bit more room, a little bit more safety than a bike lane. I feel like it's a good idea. Just keep everybody safe.
Mike Hinkle says his concern is whether tonight's hearing will be fair.
I don't think there's going to be any major opposition because the people in town that own these properties have now departed the scene for the winter.
A years-long project, moving slowly forward for now. The hearing is still preliminary, and even if air rights are granted, there are still many steps in this process before this site could see a Margaritaville. In Ocean City, I'm Carmen Holland, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Carmen. Discussions over the proposed Margaritaville project, it's been going on for well over a year in Ocean City. The town says the first reading of the air rights ordinance was approved May 16, 2022. That would authorize those air rights over a portion of Washington Lane to the developer of the project. Well, in January of this year, the project hit an unexpected tragic hurdle. The developers behind the project died during a skiing trip. Now, those behind the project pledged to move it forward, and last month, public hearings were set right now. We're going through them. It's important to note the project has scaled down a bit, though. Original plans showed 265 hotel rooms, now down to 230.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think Ocean City is the right spot for Margaritaville to have a resort. Let's take a look at the updated results. It was pretty one-sided earlier this evening.
It was, and it's changed a smidge. 79% say yes, Ocean City is a great spot for it. 21% though saying they're not so sure if that's really the right spot for it.
Now, if you haven't voted yet, pretty easy to do. Just go to WRDE.com or use our Coast TV mobile app, and we'll have updates at 11.
Well, breaking news tonight, a lawsuit has been filed against Lyft and one of its drivers for the death of a former aide to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. According to the lawsuit, the angry Lyft driver kicked out Sidney Wolf and 5 others in the middle of Coastal Highway just south of Dewey Beach last summer. The photo you see on their screen was from the police response to that crash. The argument between the driver and passengers was due to the passengers discovering a 5-year-old in the back of the car. That's according to the lawsuit. The document says Wolf was forced to leave the car from the right side and into moving traffic since the left passenger door was not working. That caused him to get struck by another car, and he was killed. Now, this is a developing story. We have more details to share with you tonight at 11.
A lot of coastal communities are actually raising property taxes, but Dewey Beach isn't one of them. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is in the newsroom. Elisa, there is zero property tax in Dewey.
Charlie, it's going to stay that way. Dewey Beach Town Commission says the town makes enough money from the hotel tax, revenues from property taxes, as well as fees with businesses. Additionally, the town says its small size helps keep costs down. For example, there is no public works department. Commissioner Paul Bauer says zero property tax is part of Dewey's legacy.
We formed in 1981 without a property tax, and we still don't have one today. And we're one of the few towns in the country that can sustain ourselves on a few revenue streams.
The Dewey Beach Town Charter states that if the town does want to instate a property tax, they would have to hold a public vote. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. And as we said before, lots of places other than Dewey Beach are increasing property taxes. Milton increased its property tax by 9% on September 13th, claiming they need to raise the number to continue to provide the town's services at its current rate. In Milford, property taxes jumped more than 10% to help make payments on a new police building. Lewis and Rehoboth Beach haven't even started looking at their budget process for the next fiscal year, but those communities, their next fiscal year budget will go into effect on April 1st of 2024.
The pop-up car rally, most commonly known as H2OI, possibly coming back to OC, and with it the town's special event zone. According to the town, cars are known for doing burnouts, drag racing, and speeding. To combat that, the town reduces speed limits to 30 miles an hour and increases fines and penalties for violations. Ocean City says people should expect an increased police presence and expect traffic and delays in the area. The special event zone is in effect starting tomorrow through the 24th. As we take a live look right now into Rehoboth Beach from our Boardwalk Plaza hotel camera, an absolutely gorgeous view there on the beach. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. Now, it's gorgeous now, but you know what? It didn't start off that way. We're taking a look at Rehoboth right now. You can see how the satellites are showing how it's clearing out. Well, now you have a live depiction on what we're looking at from a satellite standpoint. And not only is it clearing out on Rehoboth Beach, but several beaches from Rehoboth down to Bethany Beach, down towards Ocean Pines and Ocean City. And so we're looking for that sunshine is beginning to take over the entire viewing area, which is a nice change of pace because this morning it was dismal and dreary and wet with rain. In fact, let me show you just how wet it was. Within the last 24 hours, and really we could just say from this morning to be more exact, we had 1.66 inches of rain in Seaford, 1.35 in Lewis, Bridgeville, 1.41, just shy of an inch in Rehoboth, an inch even for us in Millsboro, and 1.3 in Harbison. Now, coming up, we'll be talking about how the opposite of the forecast is about to happen for the next few days. Yeah, we've got an opposite thing, a bizarro forecast happening. Till then, back to you, Maddie.
Paul, thank you. 3 federal homeowner and home buyer programs are issuing final funding. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program, Delaware Diamonds Home Loan, and Home Sweet Home Program launched to help people keep improving their homes. According to the Delaware State Housing Authority, homeowners can apply for final federal assistance through early next year, although the department says state-funded assistance will still be available and ongoing for those in need.
This week marks the beginning of Child Passenger Safety Week here in Delaware. The Office of Highway Safety is reminding drivers of these states' recently updated child restraint law that went into effect on June 30th. According to the law, children under age 2 and under 30 pounds, they must ride in a rear-facing car seat. Children under age 4 and 40 pounds must ride in a harnessed car seat, and children in booster seats must remain in their booster seat until reaching the height or weight maximum listed by the booster seat manufacturer. Officials say that parents have until June 30th, 2024 to comply with the new law.
The Delaware Office of Highway Safety will host 3 public forums statewide to share some future roadway safety initiatives with people who are interested. According to the agency, the goal of the forums is to help create plans to reduce crashes and deadly accidents in Delaware. The agency says the Sussex County Forum is set for tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. That's at the Georgetown Public Library.
The intersection of Southeast 2nd Street and Marshall Street, its year-long change is starting today. The four-way light is now flashing red. It's part of a traffic study for several intersections throughout the city. Drivers should treat them like a four-way stop sign. Now, this move comes amid concerns about speeding. And the tiny town of Milton may be growing by nearly 100 apartments if developers get their way.
Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert is live in Milton. Charles, neighbors were somewhat mixed today on that proposed new complex.
Maddie and Charlie, this spot of land behind me here is the proposed spot for those apartments, right off of Cave Neck Road, Front Street, and Sam Lucas Road. And if you take a look behind me, and as you can see, there's not really anything there except for maybe the couple of deer I saw walking through a few minutes ago. But nearby Cannery Village is looking to expand by adding 96 apartments right here off of Cave Neck Road. The apartments will be spread out between 4 separate apartment buildings with open space in the middle and numerous changes to the road per DelDOT's design. One person today said adding more homes to this already busy Cave Neck Road might not be such a good idea.
Very busy street. I mean, it's one of the main streets in here, so I cannot imagine the increase in cars alone with 100 apartments, because it's probably averaging at least 2 cars an apartment.
Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission is scheduled to talk about these proposed apartment buildings tomorrow at 6:30 at the Cannery Village Clubhouse. I'm Charles Reinert, live in Milton, Coast TV News.
We have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Yes, while some reporters are looking at deer, other people are heading to the beach while they can still do that during the off-season when beach town lifeguards are set to go off-duty.
And we're looking for the winds to pick up a little bit more so coming in out of the west. That's going to make it feel a little chillier, believe it or not.
But first, this Milford homeless man walks with his donated bike through downtown, a nonprofit helping people like him get back on their feet. We have that story and more in just 60 seconds.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Salisbury. One weekend only. Wycomico Civic Center. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. This weekend only. Wycomico Civic Center. Tickets at dinosauradventure.com.
The American black duck is an iconic species, well known throughout the Delmarva Peninsula. Although the population is currently stable, they're well below their population goals and they're considered a species of concern. The USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service looks to increase and restore black duck habitat throughout the Delmarva Peninsula.
I utilize the Working Lands for Wildlife program to help transform a low-lying wet area into waterfowl habitat.
To learn more about the Working Lands for Wildlife program, contact your local USDA Service Center.
Homelessness remains an ongoing problem for the city of Milford, but a local nonprofit is getting creative to get those needs or get those problems in order and try to move towards a brighter future.
Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves shows us how donating your bike could help solve a bigger issue in the community.
James Case rides his bike through Bicentennial Park. Since Case became homeless, getting around has been difficult.
You walk 20 miles a day to try to do everything you need to do. It's very rough and hard. It's hard on all of us out here.
But since he was gifted a bike from the Milford Advocacy for the Homeless, he has been able to increase his range and apply for jobs like here at God's Way Thrift.
It gets me around. I can put it on the bus when I need to use the bus, and that's going to get me where I need to be. Because I have to go get my birth certificate and my social and my ID because I lost my wallet a while back.
Case is not the only one trying to get back on his feet. According to Milford Advocacy for the Homeless, transportation is a need for at least 40 others in Milford. That's why bike donations are so important.
And what we found is when we give them those bikes, again, first, better mental health. And then the second thing is more of them get jobs because they have a way to get back and forth. And so it's a really win-win situation.
Gary says the nonprofit also recently acquired and is in the process of fixing this bus to be able to donate meals like these to more people in need. With 2 new wheels and the help of 4 more to look forward to, Case is excited to get a job and put a smile on people's faces throughout the city.
Next, Milford Advocacy for the Homeless will be submitting a proposal to the city to have self-help bike stations set up across the city. Those will keep people with donated bikes on the move. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milford, Coast TV News.
Some folks got soaked this morning, but for this evening, we are going to continue to stay clear. In fact, we'll stay clear throughout the rest of the overnight period, but will that be the case for the rest of the work week? Your complete forecast coming up in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Don't miss the Delaware Resort's Fall Home Expo at Cape Henlopen High School in Lewis, September 23rd and 24th. Admission is free. 100 exhibitors from throughout the Delaware region will present their products and services. Come see a wide array of new home products and service companies, bath and kitchen design, landscaping, outdoor and indoor designers, realtors, retirement advisors, all under one roof. Many of the exhibitors will be giving away gifts and prizes, and parking is free. Don't miss the free Fall Home Expo, September 23rd and 24th at Cape Henlopen High School in Lewis.
J. Con Scott. J. Con Scott. Fine furniture and new location interiors on Route 1, Rehoboth Beach.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on. Download the free WRDE weather app built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
We started off cloudy, rainy, wet, all those things that would make you think, yeah, it's totally Monday. But we're already seeing a pattern of clearing skies for us. For example, you can see this courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera, and the winds are right now pushing out of the northwest. And by the way, while you're here, be sure you take the time out to scan the QR code with your camera phone so that you get the latest version of our weather app, and it's absolutely free. It's pretty handy in a lot of situations. Live radar showing that pattern of clearing that's occurring along the beach from Lewis, Dewey down towards Ocean View and Fenwick Island. We started out real just murky throughout the morning time, then clearing out. And that was the story not only along the Sussex coast, but really from Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague, but also what's been very uniform has been just how quickly things have moved out. There's a cold front to our northwest that's beginning to edge its way towards us, and it'll drag a little bit of the way of rain our way, but it's going to take a sweet time in getting here. So we're looking for a few days where it's going to be a pretty sunshine and smiling kind of a forecast. But in its wake this morning, for example, at the official site in Georgetown, we had over a half an inch in Georgetown, a quarter of an inch in Ocean City. But for tonight, because it's clear and the winds are relatively light and out of the northwest, it's going to be kind of cool. I was going to put chilly, but it's not quite there, but we will fall into the 50s. I guess it's kind of relative, depends on where you're from, right? So long sleeves for sure. And a warm beverage, not a bad idea. So for Tuesday, In the morning, we start off in the mid-50s, but clear skies and sunshine for tomorrow. But remember, it's going to be chilly, so dress the kids with the long sleeves for the bus stop. Then into the mid-70s, we go with lots of sunshine for Tuesday afternoon. Then as we go into Wednesday, we start off in the mid-50s once again, and this is kind of like take it, repeat, rinse, and repeat again, with this time being a good thing that we repeat over and over again with temperatures in the 50s. So here's a look at your forecast, pretty much in summary. 56 for tonight, mostly clear and an almost chill in the air. Then tomorrow, sunny and quiet and staying uneventful. No problems, no storms, no tropical storms, no nothing. Just sunshine and 77 degrees, right? It's kind of nice to be able to say uneventful. Then we're looking at the UV index rising for Wednesday because of the abundance of sunshine, but the temperatures, not so much, because we're only going to go up by about 1 or 2 more degrees, okay? But it's going to still be a very nice day. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Now, enjoy Tuesday through Friday, please do, because by Saturday and Sunday, we'll have a 60% chance of rain sneaking into the forecast, and it might not be so cool then. Well, like Arthur Fonzarelli cool, but still cool meteorologically.
You're always cool to us, Paul. If you go to Rehoboth Beach and Ocean City, you may notice there are fewer lifeguards on standby or some standing far apart, and there's a reason for that. According to both cities, Beach Patrol lifeguards will continue to provide coverage on beaches until this Sunday, September 24th. According to Ocean City, lifeguards will be on duty between 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. daily while they're still in service. And Rehoboth Beach says lifeguards will patrol the area from the Henlopen Hotel south to around Laurel Street.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? The Philadelphia Eagles currently sit at 2-0, and the biggest bright side to the Eagles' win in Game 2 was the run game. The backfield of DeAndre Swift. He is currently 3rd in the NFL in rushing yards after 2 weeks with 178. His performance against Minnesota was unstoppable with 175 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. He has the chance to win the FedEx Ground Player of the Week this week. He is against Christian McCaffrey and Raheem Mostert. Switching to the high school sports scene, we've got a Bayside North and South battle on deck tonight. It's Queen Anne's County taking on Parkside. The Lions are 1-2, but have had some tough competition. They played Delmar and Cape in their 2 losses and are coming off a win against Pocomoke. On the other side, Parkside is 3-0, and it is their best start under head coach Megan Block. They have a big test tonight at home. For the full highlights of this game, make sure you tune in to the final score tonight at 10:30 p.m. on the Delmarva Sports Network for the full game breakdown. That'll for us for now. Have a great night, everybody.
Soaring Over the Shore is brought to you by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Delmarva's biggest beach town, Ocean City, has a charm all its own. With its nightlife and family fun, it's a true gem on the Eastern Shore.
Europeans first visited OC's banks in 1524, and by the mid-17th century, colonists left Virginia to call the shore their home. It was a sleepy fishing village until the late 1800s, and when the railroad was built across the bay, the resort town began to boom. It's been an important home to the Coast Guard for decades and host to one of the most famous boardwalks in America. The town says once bridges were built in the 20th century, more and more people realized just how close they were to this piece of paradise. 10 miles of beach, 3 of which have the iconic boardwalk. Ocean City is a place for foodies and fun lovers year-round.
Please listen carefully. Some roofing manufacturers have produced and sold defective shingles. They're not required to notify the consumer. If your roof was installed between 1999 and 2008 and you're experiencing shingle damages or premature shingle failure, give Morse Roofing a call to see if you qualify for a new roofing system with very little out-of-pocket expense. Don't wait. Call Morse Roofing now at 302-663-0042. There's good, there's better, then there's Morse.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
Johnny Janosic has so much more in store. Inventory has gone up, so our prices have come down. Get up to 50% savings store-wide, plus 0% APR for 2 years through Monday, only at Johnny Janosic.
As the leaves change and the air is crisp, there's no better time to transform your home into a warm and inviting haven, giving you comfort all year round for family gatherings, game nights, or simply enjoying solitude, admiring nature's beauty. Get the cozy retreat during those chilly fall evenings with an all-season sunroom oasis from Patio Systems in Lewis. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, Patio Systems is your leaf-free backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
The Berlin Chamber of Commerce presents 3 days of live bluegrass music at the Berlin Fiddlers Convention. Friday, September 22nd through Sunday, September 24th. Open to all with musicians from across the nation. Don't miss the Berlin Fiddlers Convention, September 22nd through the 24th. More info at berlinchamber.org.
Right now at Johnny Janosic, Rest tests the latest bed-in-a-box technology with queen sets starting at $699. Or get a $300 in-store credit with any Tempur-Pedic, Beauty Rest Black, or Stearns & Foster set purchase for a limited time at Johnny Janosic.
Cap off the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 19th to the 22nd. Embrace fall with a variety of fun activities, including beach bonfires, corn maze, tractor rides, and pet and bicycle events. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy free family fun all day. Visit ococean.com/sunfest for more.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
You know, that wonderful sunshine we're starting to enjoy now versus earlier this morning? Well, that clearing pattern will continue because the clouds are just moving out of the way so you can enjoy your evening. Here's a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. And we're looking for clear skies for Tuesday, Wednesday, most of Thursday, Friday. But then there will be a chance of rain kicking back in for the weekend and going into next week. So that's why this week you'll enjoy yourself. And next week, maybe you'll win one of our umbrellas.
All right, Paul, thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great night.